Hello everyone, Marsh W13 here with another hotel review. It's late 2019 and this week we are in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Cosmopolitan Hotel on the 24th floor of the Chelsea Tower in room 2402, which is a Wraparound Terrace suite. It's been years since I've stayed in one of these and the rooms have been renovated since. And I don't know that there's any specific order in which it makes sense to show you this room, so perhaps we'll just start with the entryway and work our way into the room. So when they renovated these rooms, they kept the same basic layout, but they changed all of the furnishings and the artwork and a lot of the technology, which you'll see. So this entryway has always been sort of a vacant space in that it's this long corridor and there's really no living space to speak of. You just have the door and you have this closet here that we'll look at in a moment, and you have this side table here topped with a lamp and a sculpture of a fellow. I suppose he's supposed to be bronze or sort of like an Oscar statue, but he appears to be pushing something imaginary forward. And all of the artwork, as has always been the case at the Cosmopolitan, which has maintained this sort of trendy image, is of the modern variety, but as we work our way into the room, you'll see that a lot of the artwork is more collage-like or kind of Andy Warhol inspired. But what I really like about this table is that it is made of what appears to be dozens of gold colored rods, and you see they're all in different lengths, and so it sort of looks like they're precariously balanced atop one another, even though, of course, it's quite sturdy. So maybe not a lot of utility in this entryway table and setup, but very nice to look at. And we also have a full closet, although it is completely void of hangers or anything on which to perch one's luggage. That's because the primary closet is off the master bathroom, which we'll see in a few moments. All right, let's proceed further into the room. And on our left is sort of a photographic painting portrait of a Japanese geisha. And if we were to proceed straight ahead, we'd be in the sort of living room slash kitchen space. But let's make a quick detour first to the guest bathroom. And what's unique about this bathroom, what's always been sort of a curious design element of this Wraparound Terrace suite that was maintained post refurbishment, is not this cool new artwork on the wall, but the fact that it is actually a full bath in that it has a shower. Now, of course, the main shower is in the master bath, which is attached to the master bedroom. But one also has this shower, which has maintained its original mosaic tile design, and when the light hits it, it sort of shimmers holographically almost. And you'll notice that the bath amenities are now provided by a company called 5 Wits, and even in this guest bathroom you get a dental kit, mouthwash, soap, and lotion, as well as some Q-tips and cotton swabs and tissues. You don't get a hair dryer or anything else to accompany the bath experience. So if you need any of those items, you'd have to borrow those from the master bath. Aside from that, this is a fairly standard bathroom. And now we reach the living room slash dining room slash bar slash kitchen area. And they kept the bar stools, although these are different bar stools than the ones that were installed when the hotel first opened. And we also have this curious looking sort of glowing orb here on the bar top. Now they have stripped out some elements of the original design of this kitchen. I believe the last time I stayed here there was a full-size refrigerator where that blank wall now stands. And there were also some other traditional kitchen appliances, if I'm not mistaken, like either an oven or a microwave or dishwasher or something like that. I don't recall. In fact, it looks like they took away everything but the kitchen sink. And they added this nice piece of artwork. Any man will do. This looks like a combination of a painting and a collage of different 1950s advertisements. Kind of cool. There's also a vase here, empty, and an ice bucket, some wine glasses and regular glasses. There's also a room service menu. Format is basically the same, and interesting element of this is that the room service is served all day, all night, so that it doesn't appear that there's some sort of limited overnight menu. You apparently can order anything on the menu at any time, although it is a relatively streamlined, if you will, menu. Some of the signature items would appear to be a hangover burger with a bacon onion marmalade and fried egg and sweet pickles and cheddar, a lobster roll, a club, some sort of healthy bowl with quinoa and all sorts of fresh vegetables. For breakfast, they have a banana coconut oatmeal bowl and breakfast burrito and an egg white frittata, as well as white pizza and rigatoni bolognese, and for dessert, a cheesecake donut topped with toasted almond and coconut crumble. And of course, the obligatory mini bar with the weight sensor, so we don't want to pick up any of these items, but we can see what they cost. Most of the items are within a $7 to $12 range. And in addition to the snack bar, they have the drink part of the mini bar, which instead of the original refrigerator, which was stocked with some items, if I recall, but did not have an instantaneous charging weight sensor, we now have essentially the refrigerator divided into this pre-stocked weight sensor section and a mini fridge, which does feel cool, I'm glad to report, in which you can, I guess, place your own items. One of the things they also kept, it would appear, is the wine fridge, which is definitely a unique touch that you probably won't see in any other Las Vegas suite. And 4 red royal cards, 3 kings and a queen, and each of these cards, at least each of the kings, seems to have a part of the card removed. It appears singed off, and placed somewhere outside of the card in a clever way. And with respect to the dining room, as you can see, everything from the light fixture to the artwork to the table and chairs has been overhauled, and it has quite a chic modern look. Before we get to the sitting area, on our right here we have what is more or less a wall-to-wall window, and we'll see what views that window holds in store for us in a moment. But as I recall, they used to have a nice leather chair that had plenty of head and back support. It was sort of curved, and now they've gone with more of a flat design, which I think is somewhat of a dilution. But aside from that, everything in the redesign looks modern, comfortable. The sectional couch is as it originally was, a wonderful place to lounge around. And I don't believe they changed the coffee table book either. Art and Place from Faden Publishers, famous for their art and photography books. And we happen to open to a page that showcases Richmond Hall in Houston, Texas. And I don't recall the television sets originally being this flat and this large. They are both Samsungs, the one here in the living room and the one you'll see in a couple of minutes in the master bedroom. But one of the other things they've added here is this tablet that allows you to control both the lights and the thermostat in this room. And then you also have this floor lamp and a nice little chair. Now entering the master bedroom, there are also a set of controls for the lights and multiple settings, including a relaxed setting that would provide you a bit softer light. As you enter the bedroom, and you're immediately drawn to this beautiful wall-mounted Samsung television. It is a joy to sit in bed and watch such a high resolution and rich looking picture. I believe behind the bed there used to be a curtain, and you could actually stick your head through the curtain and view the tub on just the other side of the wall in the master bath. But that's been replaced with frosted glass, and the bed itself definitely on the firm side, probably a 7 or 8 out of 10, 10 being super firm and hard. The lamps are nice. They have 2 AC power adapters and or power outlets and USB ports each, and another set of switches for the bedroom that allows you to control the lights. And I guess these are reading lights, and you can angle them towards the bed. And I believe that there used to be some sort of chest of drawers here with additional storage space, but that's now been replaced by a chair with a little side table, some nice new artwork, and what looks like sort of a amateur telescope shaped lamp. And I believe that's sort of the idea, is that it looks like it's sort of projecting the light upwards towards the heavens. So as we enter the master bath, there's a stand here for your luggage, which you can retrieve from the closet, or the bellman will set up for you when he delivers your luggage. And just as there was before, as I mentioned, there is a tub on the opposite side of the wall from the bed. And as before, it is jetless, so no whirlpool. The closet for such a huge, luxurious room is relatively small. They have these plastic hangers. They're actually only, looks like 9 hangers, not counting the ones that are dedicated to the robes. So if you are here for an entire week for a conference or something like that, you probably, particularly this time of year when you have to bring layers of clothes, you probably wouldn't have enough room for your entire wardrobe. But plenty of cubby holes and storage space, relatively simple, safe, standard size. Nothing terribly crazy here with this separate room to house the toilet, except that there is a female form sort of frosted into the mirror. And we have his and hers sinks. With a shower that is somewhat similar in size and design to the one that we saw in the guest bathroom. And here's the opposite sink. And we have what would appear to be a hairdryer and a rack for more items, including towels. So overall, a very respectable redesign of the bathroom, very well lit, very modern looking. Let's say we check out the terrace. Now, one of the things that the bellman was telling me when he dropped off my luggage a few minutes ago was that once you open these sliding glass doors, presumably even a crack, it disengages the air conditioning climate control system in the room. So certainly something to be aware of in the extremely cold or hot months. And I have to say, this terrace, which wraps around 2 sides of the building, which is why it's called a Wraparound Terrace suite, although I've stayed in this type of room multiple times in multiple towers, multiple floors, and multiple parts of the strip in view, this has to be the most magnificent view I've ever had. And I'll explain why. So first of all, it is, 4:16 p.m. The sun sets this time of year at 4:30 p.m. So we're enjoying that sort of color-saturated, pleasantly shadowy, if you will, light of dusk at the moment. And you can see that although we don't have a view of the Bellagio itself, we have a fairly good view of the Bellagio fountains, and that will be positively amazing at night. And of course, beyond that, you have a view of Caesar's Palace, Treasure Island, the Wynn and Encore, Venetian and Palazzo, Flamingo, Bally's, Cromwell, Paris with the Eiffel Tower, and the opposite tower of the Cosmopolitan. And you can see that they have the same sort of balconies that we do here. But we have a fairly straight-on view of, I'm not sure whether this is the pool or a day club. I guess it looks more like a day club. Very nice. And you can see, I don't know if these are cabanas or some sort of a room that has individual little pools. But very, very nice. And I'm sure when it's party time, that can be a very, very entertaining sight. You have Planet Hollywood and the MGM Grand. And behind the MGM Grand, I'm not sure if we'll have anything interesting to look at right now. You can sort of see a plane taxiing. That is the airport. So you have a somewhat obstructed view at this height. Remember, we're on the 24th floor. But you can see on either side of the MGM Grand, there's a taxiing jet. You can view taxis, takeoffs, and landings here. And I think that's extremely entertaining. Certainly worth the price of admission. You have, on one side in the corner over there, you have one sort of wicker-like chair. And then over here, you have another set of wicker chairs, pillows and cushions facing each other, maybe a little ashtray here reminding no smoking in the room. But you can probably smoke out here on the terrace if you so choose. And what I like about this is that you have Las Vegas Boulevard, which is, of course, iconic. You have the Fountains of Bellagio, and you have City Center, sort of the newest, shiniest part of the Strip, with the Veer Towers and I guess that's probably Aria there, and probably Vidara hiding out somewhere behind it. You can also see New York, and part of the New York roller coaster, and Park MGM, and the monorail system that connects the various parts of City Center. You can also, I forgot to mention, see part of the monorail, the official monorail. It looks like it's just going by there. I think you can see it behind the Planet Hollywood sign. The one that stops at the back of the casinos on that part of the Strip and takes bloody ages to get to, unfortunately, and isn't terribly useful because it doesn't connect to the airport. But there's another monorail on this side, but again, it only really goes between several stops on City Center and basically on the Bellagio side of the street. And just beyond that, of course, we can see mountains and sunset-drenched mountains, if you will, and more sitting space over here. So, in conclusion, I would say that whatever the price, this is well worth the price of admission. And I highly, highly recommend it, particularly this time of year when it's not too hot and with, as I may have mentioned, temperatures in the 60s and sunny during the day at least. It would be quite a pleasant experience, perhaps even t-shirt permissible weather. And at night, if you bundle up a bit, you have a magnificent view of the Fountains of Bellagio. So with that, I'm going to end this March W13 hotel room tour. I hope you can join me again next time. In the meantime, bon voyage, happy travels.